Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Taylor Capura, and welcome back to another edition of Getting Up to Speed with Evans Mills Raceway Park. Tonight, we're sitting here with Mike Ramos. Mike, thank you for coming out tonight.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Mike comes from a family of driving fast, right?
I guess.
Yeah. You've had brothers that I've seen on motorcycles.
True.
I've seen it all from your family. But listen, how'd you get started racing the asphalt modifieds?
Actually, it started at Adirondack Speedway in the trucks in '04. I was in college, and my father and I built a four-cylinder truck, a Ranger, and we went out and raced it. I think it was '04 was the first season. We got to win our first year and championship our second year. Yeah. So it was, and then we went from there to the super stocks.
It's like a drug after that.
Exactly. And just keep climbing the ladder, and here we are.
Now, did you start there? I'm pretty sure you had some previous experience in the racing before that, right?
No, that was it.
No,
so that was it.
How old were you when you started?
20.
20 years old.
20. So I was a late bloomer in the racing world.
So that's a cool
today.
story, as successful as you are in the modified, starting at 20, because nowadays you see a lot of the kids starting at 12, 13 years old. So it's not too late for anyone out there.
I guess not, no. Yeah.
Well, it's awesome that you're racing at Evans Mills with us. And how long have you been coming out to Evans Mills?
Actually, before I lied to you, I think '02 or '01, somewhere in there, a guy that raced Evans Mills for years by the name of Bob McKinney had a little four-cylinder truck he put us in, and it was a truck that had been like an enduro deal. We went to race with the big boys, and then they raced V8s, V6s, everything all together. Absolutely. And it was short-lived. We hit the wall and game over. But that was my first time at Evans Mills, and then we ended up going back with the super stock in 2010, won the championship there. And then that's when I think they went dirt, am I right? And then we ended up traveling the Big Ten circuit, which was all over Western New York and Chemung, and we put some miles on that one.
Now, I understand you race sometimes outside Evans Mills at some other tracks. How often do you get out and venture out to different tracks?
So what we try to do, obviously Evans Mills is an hour from home, it's close to home, right, and you gotta support your local tracks, but we try to hit as many Race of Champions races as we can. They have a Sportsman Series, which is same cars as we run at Evans Mills. Usually Lancaster, Chemung, Spencer. So we try to do as much as we can. I mean,
is that an open motor deal, or is that a crate?
No, it's an 11-to-1. They have a crate option. They do, same as Evans Mills. I would say probably 19 out of the 20 cars are built motors, but they run a Hoosier tire versus our American Racer here. So that's kind of a busy schedule. If we try to run Friday night at Spencer, we're dismounting and remounting back to the American Racer for Saturday.
That's a great point. If you're going to different tracks like that, how much work is it to change over your car from Evans Mills to Spencer or wherever it may be?
It's not as bad as you'd think, but obviously you got to get through the night without tearing up. Then it's a big night. But, if you had unlimited funds and 25 wheels, it probably wouldn't be so bad. But we're dismounting and mounting. It just puts that extra 6-8 hours in that Saturday to get ready to get to Evans Mills on time.
How much work goes into, in hours I should say, how much work goes into each week getting to the track?
I'm probably guilty of different than most people. This is my life, this is what we do. But we're in the garage every night, 7 nights a week, and when race season ends in September, it doesn't end. So the car comes apart, it's apart by October. You're getting your transmission gone through, checked over, rear end's gone through, checked over. If the motor's due for freshener or valve springs, you know the deal.
Oh, yeah.
I see a lot of people, our fellow competitors, they're at a Yankees game on Wednesday. That's not me, but you can do it. It's just the two of us, me and my wife, so
that's awesome.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot, awesome. You do it. It's a lot of hours. I don't have to wash the car, but it's a lot of hours.
That does make it a lot easier. Not washing the fire suit every week, not getting the car cleaned up and spending 4 or 5 hours right there just getting the mud off the race car.
I tell people it's a lifestyle. It's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it definitely is. How much work this off season is going to go into that car? Do you just have the one car?
Just the one.
Just the one car. So it's almost easier, in my opinion, to maintain one car than two.
Yeah.
The two cars, it takes twice the money, and you end up only racing the one because you want to bring your best gun to the fight.
Right.
That's just how I always went about it. So, gonna work on the one car. Any big changes this off season going into it?
No, I was due for a motor freshen, which you try to put them off as long as you can.
Yeah.
But we're gonna update the body and, like we said, go through everything, check it over, and we actually got lucky last year and had a pretty good year. Nothing really got beat up too bad, so we'll have some spare parts for this year and put some fresh stuff on and go play.
So you had a great season at Evans Mills last year.
Yep.
How many wins did you end up with at the track?
Just
A couple
two at Evans Mills and one at Adirondack last year we ended up with.
Yep.
But we had a lot of top 5s, top 3s.
The track is so racy there. It's a prime example of, an asphalt track that you wouldn't usually think you could make the passing, and the track is so wide. They're making it really wide, and with the outside groove there, you can really pass cars, which is awesome. You don't see that at a lot of asphalt tracks, which I really thought was neat when I went over there.
Yeah, I mean, the VHT up in the second groove was night and day. Like I said, in 2010, it was a single-lane racetrack. The few guys that could run up top were dominant,
Yes.
But now, I mean, you can be as fast as you want. If that guy's up in the lane in front of you, slow holding you up, it's there. And it's better for the fans. I mean, they want to see side-by-side racing, for sure.
Yeah. Are you going to venture out anywhere else this coming season?
We're going to go everywhere we can. Kind of hoping that they can work together with the 2 local tracks. Adirondack, I know last year had one race and they took on Evans Mills rules, which was good for us, modified guys. Definitely going to do the Spencer races. They're always Friday nights, so that works good. Try to follow the Race of Champions Sportsman Series if we can. We did so much traveling since 2013, you can't stop.
Yeah.
It's in our blood now. It's nice to be home that same night, though, I will say that.
Yes. So obviously that takes up a lot of your time traveling all through through the season. What do you do in the off season to wind down? Maybe some fun hobbies you might do.
Sad part is I work on the race car.
You work on the race car?
I do.
Yeah.
I work on the race car.
I kind of thought that was going to be the answer.
Yeah, it is. And I don't have kids, and my wife's just as into it as I am. So we go to the garage at night.
Yeah.
That's what we do. On weekends, we go to the garage.
Well, when you're very competitive in the sport, that's what it takes. That's what we seem to, find. Every time I want to step back, my guys plug in a little bit more for me, and it's so hard because you love it for them too, and you want the success for everybody.
Definitely.
You must have, besides your wife, do you have anyone else that helps you?
I do. My dad always goes with me. He likes to stay out of it, just be there for the races and do whatever I ask at the track. One of them, I'm out of your way. What do you need? Jeff Schwann, Water Systems Unlimited. He goes to pretty much, he's missed a few, but not very many. He goes all over with me. And then just the sponsors that help out. I have a lot of sponsors that aren't really monetary sponsors, but they help you when you need something or throw in or help you get parts or pick something up, I got Kevin Ward with Westward Painting. I know a lot of people in the racing world know Kevin. Number One Speed, Norm Dunn, Krabby's, Rear Ends. I'm going to forget somebody. I said Water Systems, but there's...
We'll put it at the bottom of the screen so you don't have to worry about
it.
Hopes for the 2020 season, some goals going into next year?
I would like to win 5. I think that's a realistic goal. I mean, there's so many, there's so many variables that you got to have a little luck with you, not just a fast car. So we could put 5 under our belt this year and go, and obviously roll it in the trailer every night. That's the big deal. Is we have one car, so if you lose half a season if it needs a front clip.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Now, every week you go to the track, and you got to be physically fit to be out there. How do you train to go to each race?
I don't sleep.
You don't sleep? You just work on the car?
No, I would love to get into a gym regimen, and we've talked about that. And I try to eat better. In the summer, you're more active too at night, you know what I mean? I have a desk job, that doesn't help. But just basically being bullheaded and stubborn in the garage is my workout. And then at the track, obviously, the first couple weeks, your shoulders are getting a workout.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you heard it here first. If you don't want to, if you want to win races, I should say, just don't sleep and work on the race car all night. Mike, I want to thank you for being here tonight. Thank you. I'm Taylor Capura, and you're now up to speed with Mike Ramos.